Welcome to everybody to the new season, GT3 Season 6 of RacingLeague.net. As always, Tommaso Maffei is here for the comment of this incredible new season. Welcome to everybody, and no, Killer, I'm not a student at Rosemont Technology because I'm in Italy, so I'm not at Rosemont, but in a little city called Vercelli, if you want to know where I am. But right now we are ready for another season of this incredible championship by RacingLeague.net. Remember to subscribe to the channel, to YouTube channel, and also if you want to participate and join the events of RacingLeague.net, join the Discord and look at singgrid.com for seeing the championship. Right now we see Patrick van der Linden, one of the best of the last season, and before the start of the first lap of qualifying, I think we can go without any doubt to see we are the last season championship standing, the winner. I can say as always because the last two seasons was won by Lucas Mattijen, 2 championship in a row. I think also 3, but I don't remember if it's 3 in a row. But great job again by Lucas Mattijen with the Ferrari, not with the Bentley that always had in the championship before. But Roald Ordelman finished second ahead of Patrick van der Linden in third. Right now we are with Patrick van der Linden and we are ready to see a fast lap, an inside lap with Patrick van der Linden ready to take the space before starting with his Bentley. The particular of the Bentley is that he has the right wheel, the wheel on the right, not on the left like other car. And we will see a lap around Imola, one of the best circuits in Italy, without any doubt, and see here at the first variant, the Tamburello, ready to go to the Villeneuve chicane. Another very difficult curve, very difficult to understand. Going immediately at the Tosa. You need to stay on the right side and use all the curve, or the side curve. Here at the 8th turn, and right here left-hander, the Piratella, a very difficult left-hander, but here we are, the best corner, the best curve of Imola, Acque Minerali, 2 right-hander, goes down and immediately up, ready for one of the trickiest corner where you need to jump a lot, the Variante Alta. Here with the Bentley, no problem by Patrick van der Linden. Jump like nobody else here for the last turn of this incredible circuit. Rivazza 1 and Rivazza 2. Rivazza 1 e 2 in Italian. But here we are with Kruger, some problem by Patrick van der Linden, and Kruger with the Ferrari. Stay sad, but you know that he lost a little bit of time. And right now, Von Liebestein it was in pole, because right now Dimitri Teknuit take the first place. Another Belgian driver arriving here in RacingLeague.net. Right now we have a Belgian driver, a Dutch driver, and another Belgian driver, Laurens van der Water with the Nissan. Great job by Laurens van der Water with the Nissan, one of the car that I think is the best car for endurance racing. At least it's my opinion, and interesting to see right now that we have different categories, because we did some pre-qualifying session, and we have 3 different categories for the drivers. We have pro drivers in white, silver drivers in silver, and AM drivers in red. And so every driver have a chance to battle also for their championship. And right now you have the time with Vish taking first place with the Mercedes. Here the Mercedes is a sorry, not Mercedes, Audi. Here the Audi is a very good car, but immediately Von Liebestein with the Porsche take the pole at 1:41.917. Also the Mercedes is a good car, but right now Petrovic and Russo, two of the aficionados of the Mercedes, right now in 14th and 15th place. Right now in it's a difficult situation for them right now. But remember, they are silver, so they can do certainly better, but the pro are faster, at least by car, if you by car. Okay, we are ready to see maybe a lap with Davide Russo with the Get Speed livery. With this pink, white and blue livery by BWT. One of the sponsor that in the past Force India had. And we are ready to see the lap by Davide Russo right now. He's doing a good job. 3/10 of a second faster than the last lap. But attention also to De Gennaro in second place, because he's doing a great job with another Porsche. We finished the lap with Davide Russo, last turn for him, ready to the last straight. It's a good lap, he will improve certainly, but only 3 places, 15 place for him with a 1:44.0545. And we go with Fabiano De Gennaro, that has a Dutch, a German flag, a Dutch flag or a German flag. But I think it's Italian, I don't know. It's Fabiano De Gennaro is clearly an Italian name. I don't know if it's Italian or not, really. Okay, Mike Van Orstott. We go with Mike. I don't know. Yeah, we go with Mike. Mike spun on the tamburello and Von Liebestein pass very. And maybe there will be a penalty on qualifying for Van Orstott, sorry, for the pronunciation. I'm not the best with the Dutch name. I call Lucas Mathiesen, and I know it's not Mathiesen, the correct pronunciation. But I don't see Lucas right now on the race. Maybe he's not here for the first race. Need to see in a moment if it's here or not for the first race, because it's not a shame, because we will have opportunity to see Lucas on the next season, but in the next races. But it's interesting to not see the driver right now on the first race here at Imola. 60-minute race. The next race will be 90 minutes at Watkins Glen. A very cool track and a very cool race will be certainly. With Michael Tonstadt, that right now is in a difficult situation, but we go with Michael Hutman with the Audi also. Right now we have 2 Porsche, 2 Audi and 1 Nissan. The Nissan by Publius Scipio. Invita Racing with the Nissan. Very good to see a lot of Nissan, two Nissan, but it's a lot of Nissan, or 3 Nissan, because also Kapovic decided to go with the Nissan, so very cool. Also we have the Honda of Nick Adering and Patrick van der Laan, and so it's cool to see a lot of Japanese car, some Japanese engine. Very cool. It's very cool indeed. And Sergey Vish right now exiting the pit, and Nick Adering arriving at full speed. We see a lot of different car here. Tom DJ, the Austrian driver with Lamborghini. And I think it's the only one Lamborghini around, yeah. So, Tom DJ, you're my favorite driver this season because you have the Lamborghini. I love Lamborghini so much, and I also like a lot the Nissan, because I did endurance championship with the Nissan, and I consider it a very good endurance car if there's not a time limit, especially. But it's very cool. It's very cool to drive, and the best part of a Nissan is that it's fast as hell on the straight. Lucas here, I'm not participating with championship, maybe next time again. Oh, okay. So, no Lucas, there's no Lucas this season. Very unhappy at some point, for me, at least for me. But we will see if the champion will return. So there's no real champion on this championship, and it will be a very challenged championship, I think. Last year was not last year, because it was on 2022 also. Last season we had an incredible battle for the championship at the start of the season, and I think also this time we'll have a great battle between a lot of the drivers. Right now, De Gennaro trying to doing its best time, but also Von Liebestein, that is ready behind him, is improving. Ooh, good job here at the Acque Minerali. Great trajectory by Fabiano. Ready for the Variante Alta. Von Liebestein losing a little bit of time. Fabiano De Gennaro, too much cut there. And the curb, the extremely high curb, decide to launch the Porsche on the outside. Luckily for him, no damage to his car, but he clearly lost one of the opportunity to have a faster lap. But right now Von Liebestein is improving for taking again his lap time as the fastest of the session, but he's improving by a little bit. 141.802. Great job. And the interesting thing is that he not have anything, not the best actor, because the first one is by Denucht with Aston Martin with 21.877. The second one is 32.425 by Fabiano De Gennaro, and the third one is 37.85 by Scipio. So interesting qualifying right now with Van Thiem, that is trying to improve. Also with the McLaren, we see a lot of McLaren, especially on the IM Championship. Very interesting to see. Here Ruben Van Thiem trying to set a better lap time. Right now with a 1:33.805. It's his best lap time. We will see if he can improve it or not. And right now, good at the Acque Minerali. Ooh, little bit of risk, and I think it's outside. Yeah. Outside of track limit, so not valid lap for him. But the Nuit is improving with Aston Martin. Right and left immediately. Very good here at the Variante Alta. Incredible line by the number 444, 444. Ready for the Rivazza 1 and 2. Good job at the 1. Stay on the right and cut a little bit on the left. Good job. This is a good time. Maybe it's pole position. We will see. It's going right now on the finish line, and it is pole position. 1:41.780. 22 milliseconds faster than Von Liebestein. Great time by De Nucht right now. First a Belgian, second a Dutch, and the third a Deutschland, a German driver that I think is Italian, but we will see if Fabiano De Gennaro is Italian or not. But for me it's Italian. Maybe it's It's German right now, but it's clearly it's clearly from Italy. At least his parents are from Italy. With Michael Uthman in 4th place, the first of the silver drivers. Great job by Michael Uthman with the Audi, and the first one of the AM driver is Pelli Overbicki. So great job. A very interesting thing to see for this championship is that the first 3 drivers of silver and the AM standings will take will go ahead on pro on silver and pro. So the first 3 of the silvers goes on the pro, and the first 3 of the AM goes on to silver, and the last 3 of pro goes to silver, and the last 3 of silver goes to AM, to rebalancing a little bit the standings. So it's an interesting choice for RacingLeague.net to go with this type of standings, and I agree with it, because you can have a little bit of battle also with an internal battle, because the standing, the official standing for the win of the championship, but also the pro, the silver, and the AM classification and standing. So it's very cool to see it. Maybe we go with Nick Adering on board with its only engine sound to see a lap around Imola again, not only with engine. So we finished the lap with Nick Adering that right now is 7th place with a 1:32.357. The Dutch is trying to take at least the top 5. We will see if he can improve at least for the top 5 of this race, of this qualifying session. Only 11 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. We have a lot of opportunity to see the drivers improving, and right now we have Scipio on the last turn with the Nissan. He's improving by a little bit. Maybe it's ahead of Vish. We will see at the end of the lap. Right now trying to set its time. It's faster, but it's behind Vish, but exactly 1/10 of a second. So not fast enough to take the 5th place, but we can go with Dion Bardedo's new first AM driver on the leadership of the AM driver. Michael Uthman remained first, followed by Van der Water and Tom DJ in 9th place. So a top 10 with 7 pros and 3 silver. Very good right now to see this kind of qualifying session. And Dio van der Does is trying to improve again with the McLaren, to maybe take the first place, the first AM, to stay on top 10. We will see if he can in this qualifying session, but right now going outside of the limit, the track limit, and so the time is cancelled, and so we go with Patrick van der Laan that is trying to go with his lap, but there's some can show my dad Van Orstott immediately we go with Van Orstott right now. He's in a lap. When he starts the lap, we go immediately with Van Orstott to see his lap. And right now Patrick van der Laan is improving a little bit, but there's traffic, luckily for him, goes outside. And so ready to go to Veribazza. And Patrick van der Laan setting his new lap time is faster than before, but we will see if he takes the top 10 at the end. Ooh, 1:42.682, so a little bit behind Van Ordelman, and so we go immediately with Van Orstott right now that is in the last curve, and so we go with Mike Van Orstott for his lap time. And after that we will go with Keegan. I'm gonna do the chat for being that active. It's very cool to see a lot of spectators with Van Orstott that lost control at the Tamburello. So time cancelled for Mike Van Orstott that we're entering right now in a good way, not a very good way at the end. We don't know, Mercedes having some problem. Van Orstott right now leaving space for the other driver, and I think can leave right now Mike Van Orstott. Maybe we go with Keegan. I don't know, we'll see. If I can find Keegan, because I saw that Keegan is here. I don't find him on the standings. If it's his first season, I can understand the problem he has right now, because at the start of my race simulation career, I have this type of problem. So it's normal. It's not easy at the start of a racing career. 24, thank you. Ah, okay, Keegan, I'm correct, so sorry, because I see only the K and not all the name, but only the surname I see. So thank you very much. We are here with Keegan Amkreutz. I think it's the correct pronunciation, but I'm not the Canadian driver with the Aston Martin with No, Mike, no problem. Shit happens, as some very clever people said. Some very clever person said in the past. Keegan Amkreutz right now with the Aston Martin. We can see if it's improving right now, not, but very good variante alta, a little bit wide, and so time cancelled. Ervantiem is doing 21st right now. Is the last of the pros right now. Maybe it was a little bit unlucky in some type of situation. And remember, he had a McLaren. He has a McLaren, because it's participating right now. And the McLaren is not the fastest car around. The first one is Dua with a 12th place. It's not an easy car to drive around Imola. So we can understand Van Tiem problem right now, but he's trying to improving. But we are with Amkreutz to see if he can improve a little bit his time. The number 355. Did very well on the first sector. And here at Vetosa, very good line at the start, lost a little bit on the exit. Not a very bad lap right now, losing some position because some of our drivers are improving. Also, one team lose one position. Right now is in 22nd place, ready for the Acque Minerali. Great entry and the great exit. A little bit of loss of control on the exit, but in general it was good. But there's a driver ahead of Amkruz is having a little bit of problem with, I think it's Wild. I think it's Wild with the McLaren, Wild leaving in space right now, ready for the two Rivazza. Good, the first, a little bit wide. And yes, he lost everything because at the first was a little too wide. And so we go with Van Tiem, Ruben Van Tiem with the JP Motorsport as Van Oorschot. It's the same livery with the but with the number 592, sorry. And he's trying to improve also. Coleman back right now that is with the BMW on the far back in 38th place. He's improving right now. And Van Tiem is right there to improve. A little bit behind. Attention to the traffic. Van Tiem is improving a little bit of a jump on the curb, taking all the space. Attention to that BMW. He's having a little bit of problem with Van Tiem trying to take him inside on the Rivazza. He lost a little bit of time certainly, but good line on the inside, trying to exit here. He lost a lot, but will improve maybe. It's there, but I think if he will improve by not a lot. Improve a little bit, 10 milliseconds faster than its last time, but it was very difficult with the BMW right there. It is having a little bit of problem, but we go for the pole position right now with the Denuit that take the pole position in first place with a 1:31.522. Great, amazing lap time by the Belgian. And De Gennaro is second, is not improving because he's on the out lap. And I think he will start his last lap because right now De Gennaro is with a 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining. And a lap is 1 minute and 31 seconds. So it will be his last time. Also, Von Liebestein is a little bit behind. I think we can go with Fabiano De Gennaro on board, seeing his lap time. But an error by De Gennaro, and so it's a lap time. It's not good enough, and he go into the pit. Michael Uthman right now is improving with the Audi at the Acque Minerali. What an incredible aggressive line by Uthman. He's improving, maybe he will take a second place right now, he's on point for the second place, it will be the first of the silver, and maybe on the first row, great and amazing line here, Von Liebestein is a lot behind his lap time, and right now we return on the pit lane, I think, last two turn for Michael Utman, left-hander, staying on the right side, very good exit, then a little bit wide here, and he lost a lot on the exit, and I think it's behind also on Liebestein. We will see when he ends the time with a time of 1:31.932. Yes, it's not good enough, and so Utman finishing 4th, very great lap time by Utman, but it's not enough for the first row, but it is enough for him to be the first of silver. The top 3 is Denuit, Gennaro, and Von Liebestein. Denuit and De Gennaro are new. Von Liebestein, we saw him on the last season. He was very fast but not consistent over race. We will see if he's improved in that type of situation. Right now we can go a little bit on pause for covering a little bit my voice, and we are ready for the race. We will see each other in some minutes, 5 minutes. We will see each other. And so here we are with the formation lap of the race, 1 hour race, the temperature of 28 degrees on the air and 37 on the track, so it's not very fresh temperature in fresh air, but it's not the other that we saw here in RacingLeague.net. We are ready. Remember the rule: there's a mandatory pit stop, and in the mandatory pit stop you need to do refueling, but it's not mandatory to do the tire change. So it's a choice of the driver when to pit with refueling, but you can choose to change the tire or not. That depends of the degradation of the tires. I think it will not certainly for the major of the drivers, so they will not go with the change of the tires. We will see if it's happen. Right now also there's no penalty, there's no BOP, balance of performance, on the first race, because it's the first race of the championship. But remember, because on the first or not, I don't know. No, maybe it's not like the last season. I don't know. We will see. But I think there's no balance of performance this year. At least is what I see on the info of Singrid.net. Right now we are the Acque Minerali, the last third turn before the drivers they go on double file and ready for the start of this race. Here we are, double file. Here we are for the start of the race. Dimitri Denuit with De Gennaro on the right side. The Aston Martin driver, followed by 2 Porsche and 1 Audi. We are ready, only waiting for the green. And like a famous commentator like Martin Brundle and Crofty, we are ready to say an incredible phrase. And lights down and away we go, ready for an incredible start of De Gennaro. What a start! Taking first place immediately, and then with the follow Volibestin in third, and an incredible attack by Sergei Vish in front of Utman. Incredible start for the first 4, and immediately Vish taking the third place side by side with Volibestin at the Chicane Villeneuve. Wow, side by side, tension here because the contact is normal. Wow, what an incredible overtake by Vish in these 2 corners, the Tamburello and Villeneuve immediately. Wow, that was crazy overtake, but attention to Scipio and othering side by side at the Piratella. It will be a very interesting overtake here by Scipio, but othering. Oh wow, what a braking move by othering side by side at the Minerali. No, remaining behind. Great choice, good choice by Nick Othering here, because goes side by side at the Acque Minerali. It's very difficult, but ready at the Variante Alta. Immediately Scipio goes on beside to protect. Here at the Variante Alta, Nick Othering, great braking, but stays behind and wait the right moment to attack the other Japanese car. Wow, what a start, and we also have the battle between the 2 silver drivers right there, the 6 Lawrence van der Water and Uthman on ahead, and also we have Van der Does and Overbeek. No, Overbeek is a little bit behind Kip and Petrovic. And so Petrovic stays behind, a little bit wide by Van der Does. Attention there, because it will be interesting side by side with Kip, Armand, Petrovic, Latvian driver, one of my favorite driver in RacingLeague.net. If we talk about fair racing, side by side with Kip, and incredible overtake with Wabet pass immediately over Beaky, and maybe free wide at the chicane. Oh, contact with Kip that spun Petrovic. It will be certainly a penalty on the post stewarding commission. Attention, because the penalty will be very, very hard in some situations, so you need to take the race in the more clean way you can. And now De Knuit trying to stay behind De Gennaro that had an incredible start of the race. What an start of the German driver. Sorry, I talked Deutschland, but it's German. With the Belgian second, and the Ukrainian Sergeyevich in third, followed by Uthman in fourth that pass von Liebestein, and so Uthman remained fourth, but von Liebestein not the best start that he could expect, and right now is fifth, followed by Scipio and Lawrence van der Water in seventh. Eighth, Nick Adering with the Monster Energy car, and the Honda is very fast, but also the Nissan is faster, so these two cars are the fastest right now. And attention to Scipio, because he's behind von Liebestein, and remember that the Nissan is fast on the straight, but the Porsche is very good on the turn. And here in Imola there's no long straight, so maybe the Porsche can be the good choice of this race. We have a lot of battle also behind Austin De Leon, the American driver right now. Is followed by Petrovic. Petrovic trying to take the inside. He wants to recover as soon as he can, trying to pass at the chicane. Villeneuve. What an incredible overtake by Petrovic. Also Kruger and Van Oorschot pass with Marco Klein on the pit. I think Van Oorschot it was on the pit. No, it's not. He not goes on the pit. Tom DJ. What happened to Tom DJ? We go immediately with the replay. Ooh! The curb. Way inside the curb. Wow. We go with Mike immediately. Mike Van Oorschot right now at De Tosa. Right now he's in 34th place. Trying to recover. He has a little bit of damage. Also Wild, a little bit of damage. Wild goes on the wild grass. Ooh. I don't know if he is touch or not, but I think he had a little bit of touch. But I think we can go with Van Oorschot a little bit. Maybe on the inside view, but right now we remain on the battles because Publio Scipio is behind Van Liebestein defend at the start, is trying to overtake there Publio Scipio, but intelligently they remain behind because it's very difficult to pass there. It's a great battle between Van Liebestein, Scipio, Van der Water, Adering, and Kelly, Alan Kelly, the Irish driver. He did an incredible season last season, season 5, and he arrived late. The only problem was that, but Alan Kelly with his BMW from Cialach Racing, it's a good driver, and he can certainly do some great racing here with Adering trying to overtake right now, but it will stay behind. And then Wild again. Wild goes on the Wild again. The Austrian driver having some problems, and so he will stay there right now, I think. But Horvat side by side with Overbiki, side by side. Horvat on the inside and the touch with Russo and Overbiki. Very lucky by Overbiki. He was not touched by Brody. Didn't touch any part of the barrier, but now Overbiki, bet it was the second of AM, and right now is behind 5 over AM drivers. And there's an incredible battle between these drivers, with also Petrovic behind. He's not the last silver driver, because there's Marco, Klein, Patrick van der Laan, and Ordelman that already did the pit. Also, I think Dudo, yes it is, and it is on the group of the EM drivers there. And right now Overbiki trying to stay behind Venter taking me outside, Overbiki taking me inside, side by side, Overbiki trying to overtake, but Dian Venter from South Africa trying to defend, and what a overtake by Overbiki, and also immediately Petrovic try to pass, follow Overbiki, and he can at the end. What a risk by Venter. Goes a little bit wide, and now Venter tries to go on the right side of Petrovic, remain behind at the end. Even if Petrovic lost a little bit on the gravel, he can stay ahead of then Venter, Dian Venter, sorry. With a little bit of late braking there, but it was very hard. It was very hard to pass Daniel Wild on the pit, and so he will certainly do his mandatory pit stop right now with Lawrence van der Water again behind Von Liebestein. Scipio passed Von Liebestein, so Von Liebestein is behind, but attention to Othering taking slipstream, also Kelly taking slipstream to the Honda of Nick Othering side by side, Kelly taking the inside. We are ready for an incredible overtake. Wow, near each other. Ready to the overtake of Kelly with an incredible braking. Stays ahead of the Honda of Nick Othering. And so great job by the Irish. What an incredible overtake here. Wow. Right now I saw a lot of fair racing and a lot of overtake, especially here at the Variante Tamburello, one of the best point of overtake in all of the circuit, but it's not the only one, with Philip Kipp trying to break a lot against Barnabas. Vedi Barnabas from Hungary, so the Hungarian driver try to stay behind Russo, the Italian driver, my national driver, that is doing a great job. Right now is the 4th silver driver, so right now he's in a good position, but he need to recover to Horvat. Is a little bit ahead. The Croatian driver stays there, and right now Bukur Florentin, the Romanian, being attacked by Van Tiem. Van Tiem passed, taking 10th place. Van Tiem was a lot behind on the qualifying session, but in the race he did a great job to recover, and so right now he's in 10th place. Top 10, trying to overtake immediately Florentin. Contact between Van Tiem and Florentin, and so Van Tiem lost a little bit, but he lost a lot. Bukur Florentin right now attacked by Horvat, and the 3rd place of a silver right now is in interesting point with Van der Does going outside of Van Tiem, trying to overtake. Van Tiem defended in a very good way. Van der Does decide to not attack and lost a little bit of control, and immediately goes behind, taking the slipstream. Maybe here at the chicane Villeneuve. No, it's very difficult, and so remain behind. Very clever choice by the French driver. Maybe here at the Tosa, braking a lot harder than Dion van der Does. You need to wait and attack at the right moment, because It's not easy to pass here at Imola, but there's opportunity. There's opportunity. And so we can certainly saw another overtake with Adering right now, following Alan Kelly that passed him last time. Also Starkey, Craig Starkey, side by side with Venter. And Starkey pass with also Van Oorschot, very side by side with Marco Klein. Maybe Oorschot at the inside, remaining behind at the end. He has a little bit of damage, Van Oorschot, so remain behind Mike Van Oorschot. But it was a good battle between Marco and Van Oorschot. Remember that Mike has a little bit of damage and Klein is in a clean situation with the damage, and also he did already the mandatory pit stop. Here we are with Mike Van Oorschot. We can follow him a little bit when there's no much movement right now on the track. You can see Acqua Minerali, and after that I think we go with Kip and Barnabas because they're side by side. Good line here with Acqua Minerali, so not bad by Mike, but we go with Kip and Barnabas. Barnabas trying to take the inside on the Villeneuve, then they can't pass, and Adering goes on the pit, so early strategy for Nick Adering. I don't know if he had a crash or not, but I think not, because I don't see him at the start losing a lot of position, so I don't know. But right now Nick Adering is on the pit doing his strategy, and now we're following Barnabas and Kip. Ooh, Kip goes wide, and so Barnabas. But I think Adering teleported to the pit. I don't know, but he lost position at the Acqua Minerali, so I think he goes on to the pit. So I think it's retired right now. It's the most possible situation. I think it is with Van der Water trying from outside with the power of the Nissan. Here, taking position to Von Liebestein. Wow. Great choice of car. Good job, Lawrence. Passing Von Liebestein, the second of the silver drivers right now. Trying to recover to the faster right now, because he's faster right now. Michael Utman with the Audi. And Scipio also doing a great job with the Nissan. 5th place for him, 4th of the Pro. The other Nissan of Kapovic right now is in 27th place. And there's no other Nissan. These are the 3 Nissan. Inuit right now is following De Gennaro by 1.7 seconds. Not 6 but 7 seconds. Yes, we can absolutely see Ruben Van Tiem, because right now, oh wow, what an entry of the Acqua Minerali, a little bit wide there, because he's in battle between I think Kenny Wester, Klaas Wester, Klaas Wester, the Dutch driver. For me, he's an American surname, but Klaas Wester from Dutch. No, I think it's from Holland. From Netherlands, sorry. Because it's Olanda in Italian. Olanda or Paesi Bassi in Italian. It's Netherlands in English. With Van Tiem followed by Van der Does and Wester. It is ahead of him with the Ferrari. The first of the Ferrari, because I'm is Wester. Barnabas is 17. And De Leon and Kruger are 28th and 34th Ferrari here in RacingLeague.net Season 5. Season 6, sorry. The Season 5 was in the past, but I think we can also go with Publio Scipio, but we follow him a little bit, because Publio Scipio right now is behind Utman. We're not battling for the same standings, but certainly Uthman doesn't want to let him pass. I think also because the points goes with the standings, with the final result you get, and not if you're the first out of silver, you get first place, and the first of a pro get first pro, and the first of AM get first AM. I don't know. I need to see. We will see when the race will finish, and I think we can go a little bit with Van der Does, maybe trying to pass Van Tiem, but right now we go inside of Publicipio with an inside lap. No, we can't go with Publicipio because decide to go into the pit lane, and so I think we will go with Petrovic. No, Petrovic goes wide. We go with Van der Does. Yeah. We go with Van der Does behind Van Tiem, so we will see also Ruben Van Tiem in this moment. Little bit of inside from Van der Does, and only engine sound. Great lap with Van der Does, and also great battle with Ruben Van Tiem right now. 9th and 10th. The first of McLaren is Van Tiem, with Van der Does behind him, and also two I'm Florentin behind him. Very, very cool to see 4 McLaren and 1 behind each other, and keep in 15th place right now. With a lot of drivers that they're battling Petrovic inside of Amkreuz, and passing Arman Petrovic, another incredible and very clean overtake. Again, Amkreuz, Keegan Amkreuz from Canada. Very good overtake here, and wow, trying to take the outside line at the end, Keegan, but stays behind. Also great start by Keegan, but a little bit of yellow flag for him for a moment, but no damage I think for him at the end, with Branko Kapovic also following Cohen van der Vaart. And I think we can go with Kelly and Von Liebestein, because Von Liebestein is in a very difficult situation here with the Porsche. Was one of the faster driver on the qualifying session, but in race he has a lot of difficulty. Also, the car, the Porsche, is not the faster car here on Imola. And generally, it's not the faster car on the straight, and so Kelly taking me inside. Von Liebestein braking a lot harder than him, side by side at the Tamburello, and Kelly. What an overtake against Von Liebestein. Pass him in a very clean and very aggressive way at the same time. Very good overtake there by Alan Kelly. So right now De Knuit follow De Gennaro by 2.7 seconds. The battle for the first place right now is in a stall situation. Oli Benzin stays behind, Van der Does stays behind Van TM with Dua behind Van der Does with a little bit of battle between Tom DJ and Overbeaky. Tom DJ in 21st place with Overbeaky in 20th. DJ need to recover after the crash that had at Chicane Villeneuve. It's normal to have a crash like that with Lamborghini because he touched a lot the floor on the underside of the car, so it can happen. You need to take precisely the chicane, the Villeneuve chicane. So he's not happy, certainly Tom DJ, but he will try to retake some position with Scipio that exited 23rd right now with its mandatory pit stop already done, and we will see where Scipio will finish. The Van der Does remaining there, and we have a good battle between Dua, Florentin and Horvat. They're close to each other, but we need to wait to see maybe some overtake within Bus 3 because there are a little bit of distance between Bus 3. But attention to Barnabas. Barnabas goes into the pit. So vedi Barnabas ready for its pit stop and its alternative strategy, or the strategy itself, with Egan Amkrutz and Petrovic behind Van Cleef. Also Verbicki behind Tommy DJ with Starkey. Ooh, what a crash! Want to see what happened to Starkey, because it was a very bad crash there. See what happened at the Tamburello, maybe. Yeah, I think it is. Ooh, entered too fast, and that maybe no, he didn't touch a barrier. Luckily for him, but he lost a little bit of time. Right now he's 19 seconds behind Venter, and immediately when I say that. Starkey goes into the barrier, lost the control because the tires were too hot, and so goes into the barrier again with Amkrutz behind Petrovic, also Scipio behind Aiden. Pass remain behind Amkrutz taking the slipstream. Petrovic trying to take the inside line. Side by side. And cross remain behind with Hayden into the pit lane. I think he crashed also. I don't know. Ooh, he entered too fast. He entered too fast. He will certainly be a penalty there. And we can go with Van der Water and Utman because the battle for the first of the silver right now is on live. With Van der Water. We need to go into the pit. Sorry, not into the pit. But needs to pass Utman. Great battle between those two in also last season races. And right here, right now, they're also battling for the same category. will be cool to see also Lucas in this championship, the reigning champion, but I think we have a lot of great driver also on the road. De Gennaro, De Nuit with our new Fish, we already see him on the last season, Von Liebestein also, Kelly also, Wester is new, Van Tiem is new, we see him last season, so we have a lot of drivers that can compete for the pro standings and also for the overall standings, because I think he will be one of the pro to win the championship, but it can be also one of the silver without any problem. Ooh, underwater. Got a little bit there and lost the control, but stays behind. And then with over Vicky that is passed by Scipio, we go with replay from Publius Scipio that pass not Tommy DJ, sorry, over Vicky, Pelle over Vicky. Ooh, a little bit of cut there by Pelle, and so Scipio taking the best line without losing time, the faster car on the straight, and Scipio pass, not easily, but pass in a very good way. Also Bucur Florentin right now side by side with Dua, side by side on the straight line with Horvat behind them. We're taking slipstream, also Horvat taking slipstream, Kelly on the pit lane. Trying Bucur from the outside, Horvat maybe can go inside at the end. Contact between them, but at the end Bucur Florentin remaining behind with Horvat stays in first, stays in 12th place. I don't know, I think we need to go with the replay, but we will have certain information after the race, because now we are live, and to see the replay we need to stop to see it live, so there's the problem, because I think this is the problem. Nick Gathering had big crash, had 130 damage, could continue. Okay, sorry to Nick Gathering, I'm not your baby Groot as a username, so very sorry for you, Nick. I think you can certainly have a better race. Ooh, Bucur Florentin lost the control here, but you can certainly have a better race in the future. And remember that 3 of the 9 results will not count for the championship. So one race cannot be like you want. At least one race is not the best to start the season like that, but shit happens. With Uncruz right now, but I think we can go with maybe an on board. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, we can go with Mike Van Oshort, with an on board with him. And so, only engine sound. So we return with Mike Van Orchard that had a difficult lap because also it was blue flagged, but it was respectful to let pass the faster driver. So not the easiest lap for him, but it was a good lap. We had overspeed on Alla Kelly towards first corner, but he made a move as I had to hit the brake hard, but also control over my car and slam into the wall. Okay, so that's the situation that happened to Nick Adering. He will certainly be reviewed by the stewards, and we will see. We will see what will be their decision at the end of the race. But right now, remember that the leader of race was De Gennaro with the fastest lap of 1:32.330. But right now he's behind the Scipio and behind a lot of car. So, contact between De Gennaro and Scipio. So attention, because it's not an easy situation here between these drivers. Because we have a lot of driver right now. Scipio trying to take the inside of Tom DJ, but he can't in this moment. He can't. At the Rivazza. And now taking the speed on the straight. De Gennaro is following, but the Lamborghini also is fast on the straight. Maybe Scipio on the side, brake very hard. That was not very easy maneuver to avoid by De Gennaro. So it was a little bit of moving on the braking. Scipio there. Attention, we want to pass Tom DJ, but Tom DJ defend very well. Van Cleef also on the pit with this very cool Ferrari. I like it. And they lost a lot of time right now. Scipio and De Gennaro. Now De Knuit and Vish. We certainly have a good situation for them. So Scipio goes wide. Lost control of his Nissan, and so now De Gennaro is ahead with this Porsche. Van der Dosen and Van TM at the pit at the same time, and so Duval became the first McLaren driver. And Lotus, Van der Water and Untman remain, I can say side by side, but they are near each other. Right now the McLaren of Keep let pass Van der Water. And so they remain there. And it's very cool to see this battle between those two for the lowest part of the podium. And we will see at the end who will win between those two. Van der Does was on a pit. Wester, a lot of problem with Class Wester, the sixth driver on the standings right now. At the Acqua Minerale he had a problem. What happened here? A pendulum, like we call it. Lost a little bit very here, and the car slammed on the left. Was a great control of the car after that left. So very good by Class Wester that controlled the car in a good way, in the best possible way he could in that moment. Con DJ on the pit, luckily for De Gennaro and Scipio. But it was great defending by Tom DJ. And now Van der Water again behind Utman and Horvat. Behind Dua. Tom DJ stop and go 30 seconds. Tom DJ stop and go 30 seconds. He entered too fast on the pit lane right now. Only Van der I think, remain for the pit. Van der Wacht and De Leon remain to do the pit on the low part of standings. And on the top part there's Overbiki, Petrovic, Overbiki that is outside of the top 10, and the top 10 that need to do the pit. We will see when they decide to go into the pit lane, but right now we're having good battle between Van der Water and Utman, and also Horvat and Dua, with De Knuit on Relaz right now, 7.6 seconds ahead of Vish. Vish is trying to stay behind him, but losing time. Last lap it was a little bit faster, but by 45 milliseconds, so it's not the fastest lap yet, with Lawrence Van der Water, but brake very hard with his Nissan. Is behind Utman by, I think, at least 10 laps. If I'm right, if I'm wrong, I'm okay with it, but they're battling a lot. They're battling a lot for that silver first place. That is important with Overbiki, that now is first of AM, but remember, you need to do a bit stop, so we will see well where he'll ended with Davide Russo on the pit. The Knuit incident, crash. What happened to Dimitri De Knuit? And right now Vish is behind him. Immediately goes with the replay of a crash, because I want to see what happened there. There's a Ferrari ahead of him, number 52, that is of Kruger. Ooh, bad contact with Kruger, but I think it's not fault of Kruger here. And so De Knuit lost a lot of time, and I think he goes into the pit. No, he's not on the pit. He's not on the pit right now, but generally I think it's not the Ferrari's fault in that case. It's not Kruger's fault, at least from my point of view right now. But we will see with Vish goes wide on the Tamburello chicane with Utman into the pit right now. And so Van der Water take first place with his Nissan. We will see if he'll respond with an overcut immediately after. We'll see. Depends all in his choice. Also, Von Liebestein goes into the pit. Wester continue. Duva continue. Also Horvat. The Gennaro will continue because it's the first. Ooh, Petrovic's bad braking, and we saw immediately that tries to go on the left to avoid any incident, but goes into the pit for his pit stop. And I think maybe we'll change also the tires, because I think there's a lot of wear in his tire, at least in my point of view. With Horvat in 6th place and De Gennaro in 8th place, with Barnabas battling with Russo in 15th place. And also Florentin with Conde van der Wacht and Klein. These three, they're doing a great job. Klein pass from the side of Bokur Florentin. Side by side again. What a battle. Marco Klein taking the slipstream. Great braking, and stays behind that van. Ooh, control the car in a good way and save it. With Utman now ahead of De Gennaro. Utman defend the inside line, and Utman is first of driver that already did the pit stop. Di Gennaro want to pass with Ancruz, but had a little bit of problem on the gravel, but not as much as other driver. Dubois into the pit immediately. Torbat that pass, taking second place of the silver driver. With a yellow flag by De Leon. Ooh, De Leon, what happened? Ooh, he crashed here. We don't see what happened to him. A 50-second replay. Very unlucky by De Leon. Even if the Audi that passed there was certainly scared for a moment by Austin De Leon region of the track with Dubois that is exiting right now. One team is passing, it's ahead, but Van Doos, I think, is certainly behind Dubois. Yeah, Dubois is sitting right now, so Van der Doos is behind. With De Gennaro behind Uthman again in this very incredible and very characteristic circuit of Imola. Autodromo Enzo Endino Ferrari. An autodrome dedicated to Enzo Endino Ferrari. So a great figure of the Ferrari itself. And it's very cool to see an interesting track, because this track is inside of a city. And ooh, De Gennaro, what a braking! Against Michael Uthman pass. What an aggressive move by De Gennaro. But the cool part of Imola track is that inside of a city, and it's very important for the city, because you had the possibility to have a lot of new generation and also a lot of interest in Imola city itself. It's very good to see an interesting way. Remember, it is not there are not security street rovers for the ambulance or over safety transport, safety car and others, but they can pass on the street of Imola, and so it's very cool to see it. A circuit that is perfectly inside of an incredible territory and in a very cool city in Italy. But also remember that it's not the only race that we'll see this season, because it's the first, but after here in Italy we will go in America immediately to the Watkins Glen circuit, one of my favorites, especially with the GT4s, but also with the GT3. It's a very cool track. 90 minutes race, remember, 90 minutes race. After that we'll go in a tour in two English tracks, Silverstone and Donington Park, 260-minute race. And after that we will return to America, to Laguna Seca. After Laguna Seca we'll go to Brands Hatch in England also. And we will finish with an incredible tournée, because there's Zolder in Belgium. After that we go in Kelami in South Africa. And after that Zandvoort in Netherlands. So we could go to Zolder and Zandvoort, and after Kelami, no, we go to Zolder, Kelami and Zandvoort. A lot of transfer for the team, for the drivers, but it's cool like that. But I think Dubois didn't do its pit stop at the end. Attention, because I thought he was entered the pit, but there's the number one on the side of his car. So interesting to see if Dubois will go again into the pit or not. With Florentin that pass Macondo Van der Vaak that pass Florentin, and so Van der Vaak is ahead of the Romanian driver. I try to stay behind him. Van der Doos lost the control of the car, but immediately regain the control of his McLaren, the first of AM driver. Doing a great job with its McLaren. Not the first, but the first. It's not the first McLaren, but the third McLaren on track. But he's doing its job in a very good way. Also, Valentine right now following Van der Water in 8th place, trying to recover some position for the end of the race. Now we will see, and maybe we can go with Sergey Vish for a lap. We'll see if he'll enter right now into the pit. Very cool Gulf livery. The Gulf livery, it's an incredible livery for me. And with Team WRT, remember that WRT in the real part of racing, they will join BMW next season. And yes, we can go with Sergey Vish inside lap, only engine sound. An incredible lap with Sergey Vish remaining second with his Audi. Sorry, he was ahead of fire with Team WRT, but a great lap with Sergey Vish, the Ukrainian driver, right now second. But remember, he'll need to go for the mandatory pit stop. So right now we can go with Scipio, that is behind Utman. And Van der Doos goes wide, Van der Doos. It's the second time he goes wide there. And attention, because Amcross is not very far. Maybe he could take the first place of AM. We'll see. Right now he has the opportunity to stay there and wait for the right moment. But we return to Publius Scipio, sorry. It is trying to arrive and try to attack Michael Hutman for the 5th place from the side. But it was very difficult to pass because of the incredible braking of Hutman that leave the outside of Villeneuve chicane for Scipio. Take the inside right now, side by side. Little bit of gravel for Hutman, and side by side again. And what an overtake by Publio Scipio. What an amazing overtake by the Nissan driver. Wow. Only applause for this driver. Pretty did an incredible overtake here. Very, very good by Scipio. But stays in 6th place right now. But remember, there's 4 drivers that need to go into the pit when only 7 minutes and 38 seconds remain. I think we can go also with Von Liebestein right now, but can attack Loris van der Water. And he can certainly try to pass proposition. Horvat goes into the pit, and so a lot of driver will pass. Like Scipio pass right now. Ullman pass. Van der Water is passing right now. Also, Von Liebestein will pass. Maybe not Van Tiem, but Van der Water is at the drive-through for Van der Does. And attention, this is an opportunity for M. Cruz. An incredible opportunity for him. So attention to Van der Does, because the situation will evolve again for the AM class. Right now we are with Van der Does. We will see if we go for the drive-through. I think it's the best moment to do the drive-through is right now. Need to enter well under 50 kilometers an hour. Okay, enter good. We go to Ancruz. Right now he's on the last turn. Last turn for him. Van der Does is the middle part of pit lane. Yes, Ancruz pass. Of Florentin, we'll see Van Cleef if he pass. There is spare. And Cleef pass, also over big, I think it is. Yes, pass also over biggie, but Van der Does exiting, so Van der Does need to redo everything in 5 minutes, because right now it's 4th of AM. So not good with Vish, right now battling for the leadership of the race. Goes wide, Sergei Vish. And what happened? He stopped. Sergei Vish stopped and disconnect from the server. I don't know what happened there. Wow. Don't see what happened there. I can't imagine what happened there with the Knuid right now, but will go for the pit stop. I think he will not recover his damage, and right now we are with De Gennaro. But wow, what happened there with Vish that decided to disconnect from the server? Very strange situation there for the Ukrainian. And clearly it was a very strange situation. The Knuid is exiting right now with no repair of damage. De Gennaro is arriving right now at full speed. The Knuid is behind certainly of De Gennaro. Exiting right now, De Gennaro first, with Scipio that is behind the Knuid. So right now, top 3, De Gennaro, De Knuid, and Scipio. These are the first 3 drivers, sorry. And also Van Team, attention, because he's behind Wester. They can certainly do great things. Also attention to Dua, because there will be certainly a penalty for Dua, or maybe a disqualification, because he not did the pit stop, mandatory pit stop. And so we will understand the situation maybe before the end of the race. De Gennaro right now, I think they will do at least 2 laps before the end of the race. With one team following Wester for the 7th place. Doing a great job with Horvat that passed Dua also on the battle behind Petrovic on the outside. What happened to him? Want to see what happened to him immediately. He recovered a lot, 13th place for him right now. Recovered a lot after the crash with Kip. But we will see here what happened. I think the curve, certainly the curve here. Yes, exactly like Tom DJ, Petrovic decide to jump on that curve. And so Petrovic remains 14th right now. With the Gennaro on the penultimate lap. So we will have this lap and another lap before the finish of the race. We can go maybe on the inside of Ruben Martin behind Wester. Waiting for the right moment to pass. A little bit wide on the gravel bar. With a lap, with an honor lap with De Gennaro for first place. Ferrari let him pass because he knows he's the first of the standings right now. He did an incredible race. He had an incredible start of the race, passing De Nuit immediately on the start with his Porsche. De Nuit following in second. He was clearly the faster here with a best time of 1:32.272 against the 1:32.607 of De Nuit, 4/10 of a second faster. And De Nuit was De Gennaro. And it will certainly be a great battle between those two. But attention, Scipio lost the control and Uthman pass and also passing here underwater was was very unlucky there. With Scipio. But Lawrence Van Water did everything there to avoid the contact. And it was goes wide there and jump. Yeah, lost the control. It's his own error here. Own error by Scipio. And De Gennaro is finishing right now, and here it wasn't expected there. He didn't expect there the situation with De Gennaro finishing, then with second. Uthman taking third place overall. Great race for him. Von Levenstein at the end with the incident with Scipio taking fourth, and Van der Water fifth, with Scipio finishing sixth at the end. Wester right now finishing in 7th place. Ahead of him there's Van Oorschot finishing side by side with the Ferrari. Very cool situation here. Pivan TM following in 8th place. Horvat the third of silver, finishing 9th. And Dua finishing 10. The first of AM is the only one finishing in the lap of the first driver, that is Ancruz. Robin Van Cliff finished already the race, followed by Van der Does, the third of AM. And so we'll see Egan Ancruz finishing right now, winning his AM class situation, but attention to the 130-second penalty. We will see where will finish after the penalty. We need to wait till the end of the race, till the end of every participant that goes goes after the flag. Here it is with Dua finishing 18th, so not the best situation for him. So we can finish this incredible live at RacingLeague.net Season 6. Remember to follow on YouTube, and remember also to follow the championship on SingGrid.com, and we will see each other for the next race at Watkins Glen on November 24th. Same hour, same great race. We will see each other in the future. Bye, Tommaso Maffei. We will see each hour.